A really amazing question we've been getting a lot is talking about the Eruv. What is an Eruv? So as we know, every weekend we have Shabbat, which starts from Friday night at sundown to Saturday night at sundown. He's really controlling himself. So there are 39 different things, different versions of work that we cannot do on Shabbat. And one of the things that we cannot do is carry from inside our house to outside our house unless there is something called an Eruv, which Moses, who's been sitting so patiently, will tell us all about. Go.
I was about to burst. I can't keep quiet for that long. You all know that. Eruv means mixture. Really, we're not to mix public domain with the private domain. Years ago, a lot of the Jewish people lived in courtyards, and there was a public courtyard, and women and men were stuck inside the homes if they needed to carry something. So in order to kind of like allow that, it wasn't a loophole. We didn't make a loophole. There's an actual place in biblical law for Eruv. If you need to carry and transfer from a public domain to a private domain, you need an Eruv.
So tell us, what exactly is an Eruv?
So an Eruv is, at this point, you can use a string. There's many details about how high the string, where it needs to be tied, the 2x4 or the pole that is actually holding the string, how far across it has to be.
Finish his sentence.
And
So
it's an
a
enclosure.
string. Yes.
And what that does
Enclosure around where?
enclosure, the public domain. Within that area of the Eruv, you can then carry.
That's right.
And
So
it is so important that women are able to carry on Sabbath and able to attend synagogue, and carrying a child is a no-no. It's carrying.
unless there's an Eruv. So the community that we live in, you know, of course, when Orthodox Jews look to buy a house, they usually look in a community where there is an Eruv, so that they can carry. I mean, they try to find a place where there is a shul and also an Eruv, so that they can carry on Shabbat.
And thank God for the Eruv. We've lived in places that there was no Eruv, and basically, if you leave your house, oh my gosh, I forgot to take that out of my pocket. What do I do? What do I do? Some people say you have to hold it in and not drop it, because then you're really transferring.
Different rules, which we can get into. You know what? We're going to actually do a Q&A. We dropped a box down there. I just wanted to say drop a box because it felt really cool.
Let's do a qua.
For a second. We're going to do a qua. So if you have any more questions about this, head over to Instagram, Moses and Zipporah. I'm not going to put